while they're trying to push that program, they also tried to censor anyone who was basically arguing against it. And they pushed us super hard to take down things that were true, right? I mean, they basically pushed us and said, you know, anything that says that vaccines might have side effects, you basically need to take down. And I was just like, well, we're not going to do that. Like, we're clearly not going to do that. I mean, that is kind of inarguably true.
Who is they? Who's telling you to take down things that
it was
that talk about vaccine side effects?
It was people in the Biden administration. I think it was I wasn't involved in those conversations directly.
Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg exposes the Biden-Harris administration for forcing the platform to censor content related to COVID-19 vaccines. Now, I know he's been on this whole trip where he's basically seeking redemption, or our app, our Meta will be open to free speech now and all this other shit. And I will respect that, but I'm still gonna hold the motherfucker accountable, right? We gotta hold him accountable because you were a bitch. You were a bitch, plain and simple. They applied the fucking pressure. You bent down, bent over, took the knee, whatever you want to say, no diddy, and took it. And took it, plain and simple. Plain and simple. And then I don't like what he said at the end. I wasn't part of those conversations. I don't necessarily know how his role in Meta goes, whether I don't think he's still the CEO or if he is the CEO or shit like that. My thing is, if my name is attached to the shit, then it's a part of who I am and I am a representation of that. It is a representation of me. If I am sitting there and pressure being applied and I bend over and stuff and I can't be like, oh, well, I wasn't involved in those conversations, that's a problem right there. You probably should have been involved too. Or you just didn't want to be a part of it because you were a bitch, man, you were scared. But, as the past, as we move forward, we'll see how things change. Well, at least with this, the future administration, we already see that he's buddy with Trump a little bit and stuff. So, yeah, he's going to switch his gears and everything. But what happens years from now? Is he just going to, switch back over? A lot of things can take place in the next 4+ years, whatever. But at the end of the day, still a bitch.